B-boy. From the old to the new, still a B-boy. Too bold for the school, still a B-boy. East Coast to the West, B-boys worldwide. We supposed to be blessed, still a B-boy.
This week, we're heading to Compton to talk about an MC who's most known for one huge song, but he gave us so much more before and after that smash hit. First arriving on the scene with dub scene the Maad Circle, at least on a national level. Once he went solo, his career really took off. This week, yes, we're doing it. Top 10 Coolio songs, solo songs. As always, Raven Hunter's in the house. We got Brad Sadler. We got Ben Newman. Full house. Let's talk about some COOLI to the O. And I'm going to start in the year 1997, My Soul. And I'm going with the song Nightfall. This is one of my picks that I have probably every third show where I don't know why I like a song. I can't even tell you why this song hits me. It just does. The soulful singing, the beat. There's a real great breakdown between verse 2 and 3, and it has a jazz element to it, which usually isn't my thing. I have no clue why I like this song. It just refused to stay off my list. Every time I heard it, it just made me feel good. So I had to take a long look in the mirror and say, Nightfall deserves on your list. So that I slid in at number 10. What is your number 10, Raven?
So I went to 1997's My Soul. This song is like it just kind of more makes me laugh than I actually really like it, but it's The Devil is Dope. It's just probably the only anti-smoking song I'll ever like. The chorus is funky as hell. It's just got a really weird, funky vibe, considering he's just talking about how weed is stealing your fucking soul, essentially. And I just always thought it was funny.
He should have been doing PSAs for Dare.
Yeah, I mean, like even his first album, he talked about never smoking because it's for suckers and shit. But it's
Yeah.
like then he went full on a couple years later with just like it will take you to hell.
Brad, what's your number 10?
All right. So I have a lot of cheats in this one, but I wanted to bring the collector element into this top 10 because I always find it to be fun when artists have a bunch of songs like demos they did before they got popular that people might not know about. Maybe they're not the best songs. They're probably not his best songs, but they show an artist progressing. And what makes them cool is that they're really hard to find, and a lot of people might not know about them. So I'm going to 1985 with the Soundmaster crew, and the song is "What You Gonna Do." So Coolio was like 21 years old when these were made. I got a sealed copy and an open copy to play. It's pretty basic rapping. It's him and another guy, but it's cool. These are hard to find records. If you see them out, you should pick them up. It's cool to have things that artists started doing before they got popular. So this is a good 9 years before It Takes a Thief, which is his first record. So it took him a long time to get to the big time.
Your collection always amazes me.
Like,
I've never seen one of those in a while. All right. Is your number 10, Ben, New Style?
No, I've never even heard of that shit.
Okay, what is your number 10?
Um, I'm going to Gangster's Paradise, and I'm going with 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I like the song, but I secretly I hate it. But I hate on it, but I constantly sing it, so it's like, goddamn, I must love it because it's such a fucking earworm. So yeah, I it had to make the list.
It's catchy as hell. All right. We'll slip it to number 9. I'm going to 95's Gangsta's Paradise. And I'm going with the song Smilin' because these type of songs always get me. He's talking about his kids. And whenever I hear songs like this, it's impossible for me not to insert, my daughter at whatever age he's talking about, or now my grandson, they just always hit me. It's just love for your kids, and he's smiling when thinking about them. It's simple, but a great dedication to his kids. So then I did a little bit of investigating. I was trying to figure out how old he talks about 2 kids in this song. So then I just Googled Coolio's children. Coolio had 10 children. So I'm not sure who he was talking about because he had a shitload. But the song "Smiling" is dope. So that's the softie in me at number 9. Raven, you're up.
Number 9, I also went to Gangsta's Paradise for something new. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ah,
It's a catchy vibe. It feels so much like Fantastic Voyage, but a little bit, slightly updated. I love that hook. It's just a catchy, fun song. And Coolio is one of those few artists that like I really like a lot of his singles. Like as opposed to most of the time, I try to avoid them on the list.
and I don't know if any of you have ever seen. I saw Coolio live twice, and each time he just impressed the hell out of me. Like he really like put thought and energy into his live shows. I just always walked away from those shows like I'm really fucking impressed with Coolio's performance. So still on 9, Brad.
Actually, I agree about the singles and all these ones that are you guys are talking about will be coming up later in my list. But I did want to say the 1, 2, 3, 4. I also it made my list later too because I always there was a place we went to in Baltimore called the Get Down, and I always be like, gotta get up to get down. So I say that a lot too, but it's a super catchy song. All right, so again, the first part of my list is just hopefully there are other collectors out there and they will be intrigued by this stuff because Coolio has a ton of demos. So this one is from 1987. I think this was the last group he was in before he, did the Maad Circle. It's called New School. And this song is You're Gonna Miss Me. And you can find it on promo wax here. There's a promo for it, and then there's the regular wax. Both are super hard to find. Good luck. And it's a high school or college, I don't know, college age, high school age breakup song. It's like a little ballad. It's really really cool. If you haven't heard it, it's probably I just kind of put these down in whatever order I was listening to them on Sunday. But this is actually probably the best of the demo songs as far as like maybe it was played on local radio station. Apparently it was because it had a promo. So check it out.
Ben, number 9.
All right, 9. I don't know if I'm gonna get shit for this,
You
but
might.
it's a little early. But I'm going with the album "Gangster's Paradise" with the title track.
Mm.
It just got too played out. It was fucking everywhere, and it got sickening to me. So that's why it's not higher. Great song, great went really well with the movie, but it was just like it got kind of
I understand.
overplayed to me. So that's why it's not higher.
Every white college chick who didn't like hip hop thought they liked hip hop because they liked that fucking
Gangsta's
song. Yes,
Paradise.
Or
it's
their moms even like that was
yeah.
like
Well, and what a weird. I think of this all the time, songs that cross over into even non-hip hop fans. Like, why is a soccer mom who doesn't listen to rap music, she's not listening to the words. I don't know what to say. But speaking of that song, I understand because that was an honorable mention. It did not make my list at all because I knew
okay.
it would make your guys at least one of your lists. But for the reason what you said, it got so played out where I got sick of it at some point. And if I'm being honest, I kind of like Amish Paradise better than Gangsta's Paradise. Amish Paradise is so awesome by Weird Al, but
And that wasn't that the first song to ever win a hip hop song to win an Oscar?
I know he won awards. I don't remember if it's the first. It
Or
could be. It could be.
well, I know Triple Six with they had
Yeah, Hard with You for
something
a
too that
Pimp.
was
That
yeah.
yeah. I can picture Coolio at the Grammys though that year, and he's just holding this like handful of like 10 Grammy awards, like he swept every category he was in. No, it's a good song. I like it. It did get
It's
played out.
Lose Yourself is the first song to win an Oscar.
Uh,
Is it?
That's according
yeah.
to Google AI, if you trust it.
I trust Google AI. Well, we'll go to number 8. And you know what? It's my turn finally. My guests do it every week. Happens all the time. I let it slide. It's my turn to cheat. Yeah, finally, right? The
Ooh.
year 1996, the Space Jam soundtrack and the song Hit 'em High. It's not really just a Coolio song, it's a posse track. Coolio, Be Real, Method Man, LL Cool J, Busta Rhymes. I love this song. I bought this soundtrack just for that. There really isn't much else on it that's worth listening to. I played this song out. They're doing a song as the Monstars, the bad, you know, uh, basketball team that's going against Michael Jordan and Bugs Bunny, and they all kill their verses. I mean, you can take the subject matter out of it, they kill it. Even the video is really, I I love this song, and it's got an early track masters on the beat. It's just so good. Hit 'em high. Everyone brings it. Busta Rhymes maybe is but Coolio Be Real Method LL like destroy it, and it's a hard song, which is kind of funny that it's Space Jam with Bugs Bunny, but Hit 'em High is the shit, so I broke the rule for that. Number 8 for you, Raven.
I really wanted that on here too, but I stuck to the rules this time. It's all good. Um, I went to 2001's Coolio.com. It was also on El Cool Magnifico for some reason. I went with Somebody's Gotta Die with Crazy Bone because I like Crazy in that song a lot. Coolio, I mean, not as much, I guess. Somebody named Derek Jackson produced the track. But I just really like Crazy Bone. And Coolio has moments in that verse where he kind of keeps up and hangs with Crazy. But then there's some where it's just kind of like, bro, that's you probably shouldn't be doing this at this age. But
No, we always think alike. That was my one honorable mention off that record. It seems like even starting with My Soul, his flow got sloppy almost.
it's choppy and kind of everywhere.
Yeah, it's weird how he kind of lost his flow later on because he doesn't sound that way in Thief and Gangsta's Paradise. So I don't know what it is. Number 8 for you, Ben. No, Brad.
All right, so
Number 8 for you, Brad.
I'm going with the rarest Coolio record I own. This one took me a little while to find. This is from '85, but this, according to the internet, this is the first one he ever put out. This is "Give Me a Break." The group was called Don Juan, and it's really, really, really basic, but a very, very cool. If you want to, there's one for sale on Discogs right now. I think it's like $650
Oof.
for this record.
Damn.
Well, I did not pay that much for this record, but
So, Ben, now we're up to you at number 8.
Speaking of Discogs, you know who has nothing for sale on there? Raven.
Oh, oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna get you a
Raven.
link.
He's
I'm
gonna
gonna
get
get
you
you
a
a
link.
link. Yeah, don't worry. I got you.
I'm trying to support, homie, and I
I
can't.
I gotta yell at my label about why that shit's blank. I got you.
Number 8, I went with it Takes a Thief with County Line. Just a dope ass song. I love that first record, the flow of it. He does a really good job making kind of like I don't want to say poppy hits, but radio songs that don't take away from him, if that makes sense.
County Line, that was an honorable mention. That was actually the first single before Fantastic Voyage, which is an interesting little nugget.
Really?
Yeah, it was. I even confirmed it, and Wikipedia never lies. But
Right?
I remembered it that way too, because I remember buying the County Line single because I was like, is this Coolio from like Mad Circle? And then I saw like on the back production by Crazy Tune. So I'm like, it's gotta be the same Coolio. So I picked it up. But County Line's a great storytelling track too.
Definitely.
Just standing, he's so good at those. And that first record, I like every single, I don't think anything I ever skip on that. It's good top to bottom, amazing record. All right, number 7, and I'm gonna go back to 1997's My Soul. And I'm in a soft mood tonight. And as I look at this list, I'm going with Homeboy. It's another feel good song by Coolio. I always love it, especially his on the real songs, just about true friends, real homeboys, which are hard to find. You got Montel Jordan on the hook. in the prime of his career, right? He's huge at this point in time. Smooth, laid back beat in the hook. If I got a quarter, then you got a dime. I don't know. That always gets me. Just, I got a soft spot for the real homies out there. Homeboy just kept slipping back on the list, kind of like Nightfall. I don't know. I love it. So that was my number 7. What is yours, Raven?
My number 7, I went to the 94 It Takes a Thief, and I went to a different single from that album. I went with Mama, I'm in Love with a Gangsta. Always loved the vibe and the beat of that track. Wasn't a whole lot of female rappers back in that era, and he had a female, I think her name was like LaShawn or something. And I just always liked that song. I remember having that cassette single and watching the shit out of that video on the box all the time. He's like in prison on the phone and
Yep.
shit.
Yep, I can picture that video. I think it was on one of my UMTV rap tapes, which we're going to talk about later. But that song, my favorite part is she does one of her verses and she's saying like I can't even front, I need a friend. And his verse starts, what the fuck you mean you need a friend? That always still makes me smile when I heard it. All right, Brad, you're number 7.
Last of the demos, High School Freak. This is another one by Soundmaster Crew. I think this was 85 or 86. Not much more to say about it. Just early stuff, fun to have, fun to listen to occasionally.
All right, Ben, number 7.
Number 7, I went to My Soul, and to kind of touch on what you were talking about. Yeah, I felt his flow got like sloppy and like it was a
Yeah.
little off beat in certain areas, but I was trying to get something off this record, so I went with Nature of the Business. There's a couple songs I kind of went between on this album, but I ended up on this, the nice hook with the singing and stuff. But yeah, I felt like, yeah, I just felt like his rhyming or he just wasn't in pocket or something. So,
Yeah, he's just
but
off.
that
Like,
song kind of stuck out to me, so I went with that one.
he definitely
Yep.
seemed off and then like never got it back after that because all the later ones too. Just a sloppy flow, huh? Maybe there's a story behind that. Okay, number 6. For the first time, I'm going to this. Man, I almost would say this is a 5 mic album to me at least. And that's his 94's It Takes a Thief. And I'm going with You Know Who featuring Dub C. I was a huge fan of the Maad Circle. I loved that first record. I played the hell of it. And when I saw that Coolio from the Maad Circle was doing a solo one, I was all over it. He features Dub C. It's like a Maad Circle reunion. And Dub C is probably he's on a list of some of the, most underrated MCs of all time. Yes, he finally got known a little bit more because of West Side Connection, but the work he did prior to that, the Maad Circle records are so good. I mean, it's a funky beat, great sample and the hook. Both of them bring it. It just was great to hear the Maad Circle together again. I still get that feeling a little bit when it comes on that from when I first heard it, like, yeah, he's got Dub C on here. So you know who? My number 6. What's yours, Raven?
I stuck with 94's It Takes a Thief with my hand on my motherfucking nutsack. I love that beat. I love the flow. I just think it's funny, but it's like almost gangsta at the same time. Just I don't give a fuck. I don't know. I just really I remember that song used to make me laugh when I was young. But yeah, it's still a great song.
It was an honorable mention. The beat's really good.
Yeah.
That's usually what hooks me with that. Numbers. Oh man, I lost my place. 6, I believe. Brad.
All right. So I'm finally moving into the 90s with his best album. So this is so when I really like an album, I have multiple copies. I bought this one and kept it sealed for the hype sticker. And then I have the promo. You can tell the promo, it's a little bit of a different label. And then the regular original press. But anyways, we've already talked about it. County Line is my number 6. Awesome single, awesome storytelling. It's a catchy song. And again, I'll echo what someone else said. I really like Coolio's singles. Once you but I like the whole It Takes a Thief album. But outside of that, like as you move on further and further than his discography, it's really the singles that are the standouts. But I also like the singles on It Takes a Thief. So County Line.
Number 6 for you, Ben.
I'm going to It Takes a Thief with Can of Corn.
Oh, that made someone's list.
Couple reasons. This one time, me and a buddy, we went up turkey hunting up north, and we got stuck way back, and we got stranded for 3 days. And we were in the
Holy shit.
all we had in the like we went to the cabin to drop our shit off before then we were gonna go into town to get groceries and shit, and fucking we got stuck. All we had in the cabin was 13 bottles of booze, outdated Ritz crackers, outdated peanut butter, and a can of corn. So
Mm.
I don't know. It's just so it's kind of like a joke. So, but I mean, it's still a good funny song. So
I can actually remember, I'm in high school when this came out, thinking like, man, really all he had was a can of corn. I mean, for breakfast, can of corn, for every meal he gets a can of corn. That's funny. All you had was a can of corn. I don't know if Coolio had 13 bottles of liquor, but
Mm.
yeah, we didn't
eh,
even have ice, so we were like taking snow and fucking like getting hammered with no food. Just fucking well, fuck it. Like maybe we'll get a turkey and we can eat that.
all right,
But
halfway mark. Number 5. We're getting into the good ones now. This is where things shifted a lot for me, but I'm gonna stay on 94's It Takes a Thief, and I'm gonna feel bad about having it this low, but I remember. I can't believe it slid with Billy Boy and J-Ro from the Alcoholics, who I love the Alcoholics. And it's just a real song reminiscent about their childhood. And it's got a great beat, sample, what's not to like. Another video that I can picture perfectly. It was on one of my infamous UMTV Raps VHS tapes I always made. They get like transported back to their childhood. So like the adult Coolio in his verse is rapping, but the events of his childhood are playing out behind him. And it happens with all three of them. It's just a great concept. It's a great song. I still smile when he says, when I was a kid, we had a game called Paperball. I mean, that whole thing is just I love that whole thing. So I remember number 5. For those who don't know, Paperball, you get a piece of paper, ball the motherfucker up and play with it. Number 5 for you, Raven.
Went to 95, I think. Yeah, Gangsta's Paradise, with Gangsta's Paradise from Danger J Productions. I really like that beat, and LV. I was a huge SEC fan, so when I saw LV was on the soundtrack, I was kind of hyped, and I saw it was with Coolio, and that was even fucking cooler. And that voice and that beat, just they were meant for each other. It's almost haunting how well that goes together. And to this day, it's one of those, today was a good day. It does not get fucking old to me. I can listen to it every day.
Number 5 for you, Brad.
The last Coolio album before he fell off, in my opinion, My Soul. And My Soul says the devil is dope multiple
Hell,
ways.
hell
Uh,
yeah.
and yeah, so that hook is from a '70s song by the Dramatics with the same name, The Devil is Dope. And so it's I love I'm a big fan of '70s soul. Partly why I love '90s hip hop is they did so many great '70s soul samples. And this one's cool. It's a little play on words, right? The devil is dope. The devil is dope, or however you want to look at it. The devil's dope or the devil's fucking dope.
All right, Ben, number 5.
5, I'm going with Exercise Your Game with E40.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Just a fucking great killer tune.
I
And
wanted that on my list.
is it yeah, Cam's on there
Cam's
too?
on it, yeah. Yeah, and I'm a huge
Yep.
Cam fan. Huge Cam
Same.
fan. Yeah, that was honorable mention. That hurt me not to. I really like that song. Good job, good job. All right, number 4. I'm going to 95's Gangsta's Paradise. And I'm with you guys. You should have no shame. It's my number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, something new.
Something new.
And my note is this is a guilty pleasure song for me. I shouldn't like it, but I just do. It's just so catchy.
Yep.
And his verses too. It's a faster beat. Coolio rides it well. It's impossible for me not to rap along with him. And it's just timeless. This will always sound good to me. I don't care if it was popish. You got beef, eat a pork chop. I mean, there's lines I still say out of this song to this day. So I'm not ashamed to love that song. So that made it all the way to 4. What about you, Raven?
I went originally I do believe it was on the Nothing to Lose soundtrack. I'll see you when I get there with 40
Yeah.
Thieves. Dominique De La Romeo, I think was the name as a producer for that song, but I don't really like the 40 Thieves, like any of them. I can't tell you anything I've ever heard that I'm like, oh hell yeah, they're in that song.
Yeah.
But I really like that beat and I like Coolio's part. I love the hook. And I loved that movie. I was a big Martin Lawrence guy, so I loved when that movie came out. And Coolio had a song in there, and I was like, that's fucking dope. I love seeing Coolio get love.
That was an honorable mention. All off that beat. That beat was
Yeah.
so good. And you're right that I remember buying the 40 Thieves album, and I know I own it, but I couldn't tell you one song off of it, so I obviously wasn't blown away by it.
I owned it once. I can tell you I didn't keep it.
I don't remember the name. They're like painted up though, and like white face, like Twisted almost ended up doing, right?
Yeah.
That
Yep.
I'm picturing, right? We're
I
on
thought they
number
were trying to
four.
look like the dead
Yeah, the
presidents.
Dead President covers. Yeah.
Oh, that could be. I don't. Brad, number.
That
I don't
president,
know what to say
that
there.
president's movie soundtrack is an amazing, amazing soundtrack, by the way.
Mhm.
But okay, so I screwed up. I ended up having 11 songs on here, and so I'm really gonna cheat today. I'm gonna put two together. Sorry, I just realized it. But we're gonna go with You Know Who, and I already talked about this song when we did
Oh, good.
Dub C, but Quick Way Out from the Trespass soundtrack. I really think this soundtrack should be brought up all the time. And
Hmm.
Quick Way Out is really the best Mad Circle song ever made. So You Know Who, also a Mad Circle song, but really Quick Way Out is way fucking better. And so they're both my number four.
I'll always talk about the Trespass soundtrack, most underrated, one of the best soundtracks ever. And a year after it came out, I would always see that in the bargain bins for like a couple bucks, and it would piss me off because it was in every bargain bin. I'm like, how do people not realize this is such an amazing record? And it just never really got to love, at least sales wise, and never did. Just like Cam's first album, Never Again was that was in every bargain bin, and I love that album. So I guess, most other people have bad taste.
Even the song at the end of Trespass, where it's just
Right. I like that too.
and it's
Rye
ice
Cooper.
and it's like
Yeah.
yeah, then
King
it's
of the
like
Street or
you're like
something.
I'm a businessman. These are my
That's like,
associates. Like all
yep.
those from the
I
movie.
I rock to that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
fuck yeah, dude.
that's a such a good soundtrack. All right,
Oh,
Ben, you're number four.
four. Four. It takes a thief, and I know Raven brought it up before, but hand on my nutsack. I can't help it. It takes me to fucking lynch mob, fucking all in my nutsack,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I mean that first lynch mob fucking record is fucking dynamite. I'm not taking anything away from Coolio, but the song always takes me to there.
Yeah.
But but Coolio's song is fucking awesome too. So yeah, so that one slid in at number four.
Man. Yeah. I mean, they don't have enough to really do a lynch mob list, but you're right. That first one is so damn good. So damn
The
good.
second one had a couple, but it was nothing like the first record.
Yeah, and JD was gone. They replaced
Yeah,
him and because he was in jail. But
yeah.
top three. All right. I'm going again. 1994's It Takes a Thief. And I'm going with the title track. It Takes a Thief because of storytelling. To me, this is an amazing song. I could argue that this should be number one because the vibe mixed with this vivid story he's painting, the beat is just perfect for this story, from the point of view of the burglar and all the steps he takes. But that third verse, the story he's in a house robbing someone, and then he hears the key in the door, the owner's coming back, and he's like, I counted to five and the front door opened up. I counted three more and the front door was shut. I counted five more just to give him some space, and I jumped out the closet and bucked him in the face, and you hear the gunshots. That's why I love hip hop. Things like that. You can see every step of this robbery. The storytelling. That's what it is. It's one of my favorite elements of hip hop and why I really, really got into it. So It Takes a Thief is next level storytelling, in my opinion. So that was my number three, Raven.
Stayed on It Takes a Thief. I went with I Remember with J. Ro and Billy Boy. I love that song. It's another single I had the cassette. You know, I remember having like 15 fucking Coolio cassette singles by the end of the second album. But yeah, I remember it's a great vibe. I love that beat. I love that flow. It's just I don't know, when this album came out and these singles were dropping, it was like one of those good periods in your life where you're not really old enough for the world to totally fucked you up yet, you know, but you're still old enough to get it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So I have a lot of fond memories for that album. So I probably stuck to it takes a thief a little more on this list than I wanted to, but it has a lot of sentimental memories when I hear songs from this.
And it's so good. I mean, it's better than everything else combined, even that he did.
Facts.
No, I'm glad someone else loves that song. Number three for you, Brad.
All right, finally heading to 1995's Gangsta Paradise with the original US press in the shrink. So, one, two, three, four, something new. Really
Oh,
Oh yeah.
nice.
awesome, awesome song. Like I said, I also am prone to say that all the time. So, it had to make the list, of course.
We all got it on there. See, it ain't no shame. We're like a one, two, three, four, something new support group, right? Come into terms with our love for this song. All right, we're on three yet, Ben.
I'm going to Takes a Thief, and I'm going with Fantastic Voyage. This song isn't, in my eyes, isn't it didn't get as big as it should have. I mean, this is a jump around, a summertime, a slam, baby got, whatever. I feel it should
Mhm.
have been kind of more well received, but I still love that song. The I think it's Lakeside's the original band, but yeah, just that was the song that hooked me on Coolio was that song.
Such a good song. And you were the first one to bring it up. So either it's high on everyone's list or might be some haters out there. I don't know.
Well,
But it's a great transition. I'll go right to it. Number two, It Takes a Thief. Talk about cassette singles. I got my
Fuck
Fantastic
yeah.
Voyage one yet, I found.
nice.
Fantastic Voyage. You're right. It's an amazing song, and it probably should have got. It's everything I want in mid '90s West Coast hip hop, right? Just that funky sound, and it starts the album off, which is great for setting the table for the album. Another video I remember, just like pimp guy with an afro turns his bike, kind of like Cinderella, his bike into like a 64, and
Yeah.
they go down to the beach. But the thing that sticks out to me is so they're driving this car to the beach and they show this map, and on one end it says the hood, and on the other one the beach, and then it shows them driving till they get to the beach. But then, probably what most people remember is the whole time they're rapping, they're on a beach and they have the trunk of the car open, and people just keep like 100 people throughout the video walk out of the trunk. I what a great idea. I don't even know if I get it, but it's great. Fantastic Voyage. It was hard not to put that at number one too. Such a good song. Timeless, like you said, Ben. It should be up there with jump arounds and slams. Raven is number two, Fantastic Voyage for you.
I am gonna have to ride on the Fantastic Voyage for my number two, yes. Because again, y'all already said it. It's literally jump around. It is that type of anthem that kind of took off and then just disappeared for some reason. Like it really should have been like Gangsta's Paradise big, in my opinion.
Should we just do it four in a row? Brad, Fantastic Voyage at number two.
I'm gonna break it for a second. So I'm number two is title track of Gangsta's Paradise for me. Sure, a more popular song than Fantastic Voyage, but and it made the list because it is undeniably catchy. It is undeniably perfect for him. Again, I have this, like I think I talked about with Eminem, this sometimes it bugs me when people who aren't into hip hop, like, oh, yeah, I like rap, I like Gangster's Paradise, that's the gangster song, like, but it's still a fucking awesome song. Like, it's still, every time I hear it, it still sounds good to me. So it's number two because it does piss me off how many people who weren't into hip hop ended up liking it. So there it is.
Well, and the Dangerous Minds soundtrack, which is also on, that was a halfway decent. Like half of the songs were really good, if I'm remembering it right. It was kind of, you know, in the, we talk about this all the time, 90s soundtracks where it had to be half rap and half R&B. But that soundtrack was decent. I know Big Mike's on there. Forte, Rapping Forte's got a song in there called Problems. That's really, really good. I don't think we've ever talked about Dangerous Minds soundtrack, so that's why I'm rambling about it. Number two for you, Ben.
Like I said, like Coolio kind of does a good job of like kind of radio hits, but still staying true to himself. But this song, I always thought he was came hard on this shit. It's on the New Jersey Drive soundtrack called Through the Window.
My
I,
man.
that song always stuck out to me on that soundtrack. So that came in at my number two spot.
Honorable mention. That I didn't think anyone would bring that up. That's cool. Another great soundtrack. Well, they had the two parts. Although, you know, it's weird. It's always been weird to me. So
Yeah,
like volume one has whatever, like 15, 16 tracks, but then volume two has like nine.
eight.
I
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't make sense to me, but no, great movie and great soundtrack. I never imagined someone would have brought that up. That's pretty cool. Well, here we are, number one. And when we started this, I wrote this in, really no negotiation. This is my favorite Coolio song. Let's figure out 2 through 10. And no one's brought it up yet, and I didn't think anyone would bring it up, but it just instantly gets me. From 1995's Gangsta's Paradise, Ghetto Highlights, the very first song. I just think it's a perfect way to start the album. It's an amazing song. It's a mix of on the real type song with storytelling, talking about all the different, you know, people in the hood and the things going on in the hood and all the events of the time, you know, like, and everybody's talking about OJ and Easy, he says. Again, this is 95. Easy just died, OJ, you know, stuff. It's just the vibe of it. Ghetto Highlights almost hits my soul. It hits me so hard. And it always has had that effect, no matter how many times I listen. I mean, doing this list, I would listen to that like 3 times, then go through the rest of the album. It just hits me. Ghetto Highlights is it'll always be my favorite. Well, yeah, Coolio's probably not making any more new music, so it will always be my favorite Coolio song. Raven, what's your number one?
My number one was from the It Takes a Thief album. And when you said Coolio, I already knew this was gonna be my number one. And I didn't think anybody else would bring it up, and still no one has.
Interesting.
This song Ghetto Cartoon is my favorite song from Coolio of all time. It is such a funny fucking just well thought out story that he involves everybody from the Muppets and Kermit to, you know, Deputy Dog, and just it's a great fucking story, and it's cohesive. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end about
Yep.
watching fucking cartoons.
My list, it's on honorable mentions after it. Number 11. I love that.
Fuck yeah,
Even the way it starts, once upon a time in a land called fuck. And, you
fuck
know,
yeah.
lived a duck named Donald. And his, what's it called? I mean,
It still makes me laugh. Like
yeah,
a land called fuck.
a
All
land
right.
called fuck. And it ends that way too after he tells the whole story. The whole story stored up once upon a time in a land called fuck. Ghetto cartoon is the shit. I'm glad someone brought that up. What was number one for you, Brad?
Fantastic Voyage. It was the song that I didn't know about Coolio. I didn't know about Maad Circle or any of that stuff beforehand. That was the single that was huge. I agree with all of you. I think it's a better single than Gangsta's Paradise. It's still awesome to me to this day and got me into Coolio. So not number one, and it was on a it was in a time when like West Coast was just huge and just seemed like yeah, everyone put out this awesome sounding G-funk stuff. Like anything from the West Coast was just awesome and Fantastic Voyage. I feel like it was a really huge song. It just didn't cross over. It crossed over some, but it didn't cross
Or
over as
some.
much as Gangsta's Paradise. But it was pretty
Mhm.
huge.
Gangsta's Paradise came out in such close proximity to that album, like a year apart or whatever, wasn't it?
Right.
One or two. Yeah, so it was like I think that just kind of overtook it anyway.
You're right. That era of West Coast rap, damn, got so much good music. All right, we're down to just you, Ben, and you're number one.
Do you think Coolio would have sold more albums if Dangerous Mind soundtrack wasn't out before it?
Well, if it wasn't on Dangerous Mind, Well, then it wouldn't. What do you say?
Yeah, what like, do you think everybody, like all the soccer moms, went and got the
The,
soundtrack and
they
shit.
had the
Yeah.
soundtrack. They
and
probably
Yeah.
then
didn't have the
when his
album.
whole album came out, like it was like
Yeah.
whatever. I'm going with "It Takes a Motherfucking Thief."
Oh, that's
Uh,
awesome. Someone
Hell
picked
yeah.
that.
yeah, I'd like the my top three kind of switched around a bit, but that's first song that comes to my head when I think of Coolio. I just go, "It takes a motherfucking thief." So that's my shit right there.
That's awesome. That's such a good song. Why don't we get storytelling like that anymore? Honorable mentions. Again, our last video, I know you guys know I sent it to you. We broke another record, over 13,000 views in
Fuck
just
yeah.
2 days. I noticed over 2,000 likes on the video. Crazy. So
Awesome.
again, I want to keep saying it every week. Thank you to the new listeners. You have no idea how much it means to me. And honorable mentions, join us for the first time. If a song doesn't get brought up by anybody, but I thought it needed some love, I just quick shout it out on honorable mentions. So you hit everything on It Takes a Thief. Gangsta's Paradise, kind of high, kind of drunk. I think is a fun song. And the Posse track, Get Up, Get Down, it's got Dub C on it. From My Soul, One More. And I kind of like Ooh La La. That was the big single off of that one. From Return of the Gangsta, there's a song called Gangsta Walk with Snoop that is catchy to my ears. And from the Eddie soundtrack, I got it back there somewhere, All the Way Live Now. I thought that might make someone's list. Anything after that, I wanted to find honorable mentions in them later albums. I just couldn't. But yeah, otherwise have a great night, everyone, and hopefully we keep doing these big numbers.
Still a b-boy, from the old to the new, still a b-boy. Too bold for the school, still a b-boy. East coast to the west, b-boys worldwide, we supposed to be blessed. Still a b-boy, from the old to the new, still a b-boy. Too bold for the school, still a b-boy. East coast to the west, b-boys worldwide, we supposed to be blessed.